everyone, welcome to Bible Reading with Ariel. Today we are reading Proverbs chapter 22. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together, the Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that keeps his soul shall be far from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He that sows iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that has a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yes, strife and reproach shall cease. He that loves pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips the king shall be his friend. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthrows the words of the transgressor. The slothful man says, "There is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets." The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall there. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he that gives to the rich shall surely come to want. Bow down your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if you keep them within you. They shall withal be fitted in your lips. That your trust may be in the Lord, I have made known to you this day, even to you. Have I not written to you excellent things in counsel and knowledge, that I might make you know the certainty of the words of truth, that you might answer the words of truth to them that send to you? Do not rob the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause, and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man you shall not go, unless you learn his ways and get a snare to your soul. Do not be one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. If you have nothing to pay, why should we take away your bed from under you? Do not remove the ancient landmark which your fathers have set. Do you see a man diligent in business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. So I'm going to go back and reread a couple verses from this chapter. Starting in verse 10, it says, "Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yes, strife and reproach shall cease." So sometimes you just have to let people go for your own peace. It can be easy to fall into the trap of, I need to be a godly person, so I should just put up with this person who's causing strife and contention. But that's not the right way. Remember, the goal is peace, not suffering upon suffering. So, again, this is a situational thing that, each person should take before the Lord and, before wise counsel. So I also want to read verse 12 again. It says, "The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthrows the words of the transgressor." So when I read this, the very first thing that, came to my mind when I first read this was, God is bigger than the boogeyman. Some of you may know it. It's a song that was created for children. And it's saying what it says. God is bigger. God is greater. He's more powerful than anything that we may fear. And, as we grow older, we realize that those things that we feared, like the boogeyman, are actually just a lie. They're not real. They're not true. So, my grown-up version of that, because, as grown-ups, we still deal with fear, is God's truth will always prevail. And I'd also like to read a couple more verses. So 22 and 23 says, "Do not rob the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them." And then in verse 1, it says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." And then 16 says, "He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he that gives to the rich shall surely come to want." So from these verses, we see that the things of God aren't always carnal or earthly possessions. Sometimes when God speaks of riches and poverty, he's not talking about money or goods, but rather what's going on the inside, those spiritual things, those things, of the soul. And it says in verse 23 that the Lord will spoil those that spoil them. So, talking about how our outward actions have inward consequences. So I'll just end this one by reading 17 to 19. It says, "Bow down your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if you keep them within you. They shall withal be fitted in your lips. That your trust may be in the Lord, I have made known to you this day, even to you." So take some time, go back, reread chapter 22, and have a great day, everyone. Bye.